Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Soccer Queens podcast. I have the pleasure of talking with Anya Riskin today. And Anya, I've known for over a year. I think it was over a year ago where I came out to Central Florida to work with your team for a night, which was really fun. And I was lucky enough to continue working with you at least. And just do kind of a remote hybrid model and just help you with some of your training. So it seems like it's been such a fast year, but I'm just really excited for you to just share your story with the training and how it's helping you on the field and just your advice to help girls who might be interested in training like this, whether it's with a coach in their area or remotely. So, let's get started with what club team are you on and what position do you play and what age group?
Yeah, so I play for Florida Tropics Academy in Lakeland, Florida, and I'm a midfielder and I'm 14 years old.
Awesome. I love your team name, by the way. It's just like
Thank you.
so Florida, like the Florida
Yeah,
Tropics.
tropics.
It's so perfect. And yeah, your team was so fun to work with. And like even just like seeing you at that session, I could just tell you were like really competitive and just really passionate about like getting better. And when your dad talked to me about remote training, I was like, wow, she's going to do so amazing with this because you seemed really like self-motivated and just like ready to rock. So, my first question is, what are some things that the training has helped you to improve?
So the training has helped me to definitely improve my diet is one of the biggest ones. And we talked about this in a few meetings. And so, for example, I eat bacon like every morning now because like you'd say like protein's like good for you and stuff. And I do notice a difference. Like I'm more like awake in school and like I do feel better instead of eating like Eggos every morning, like the frozen waffles. And then another thing that's helped me is that, especially off season during summer, doing the remote training, I noticed that I was just always in shape and not as sore. Like, I'm just more, fit, and I don't get as sore as I used to because I'm constantly working out and stretching and rolling out, so I think that's definitely helpful, and yeah.
Those are really great. And usually when I do these interviews, a lot of girls don't jump right to the nutrition piece. I
Mhm.
know like a lot of girls do struggle with that and some improve faster than others, but you really like took the information and ran with it. And just to give everyone a background, like during like the remote calls, we do like a whole like nutrition curriculum, and Anya's definitely done like a really good job with just really upping her protein and having a great breakfast and just like setting yourself up for a good day. And I also love that you have bacon. Like, and a lot of people wouldn't think of like a fat as an energy source, but it really is. And I just did a call with a dietitian about this, how fat can also be energy too, but that's not really like talked about enough. So I love that. And um, how have you like really been able to like change those nutritional habits? Like, I know it's like not easy because as we discussed, like some of you guys aren't learning this in school, so it is new, but like how have you been able to like make those changes?
So I've made it routine, and I know a lot of my friends don't eat breakfast in the morning. I eat breakfast every single morning. So that just adding just like making breakfast sandwiches and making eggs, like that wasn't too difficult because I always eat breakfast. And then for lunches, my mom packs them, and then I kind of always ask her, I'm like, make sure there's a chicken or a meat, like please. And then we're big rice people because we're Puerto Rican. We love our rice. So I'm always like, okay, we need the rice and then a protein. So whether that's chicken or meat or whatever, and then dinner as well, my mom does a great job of cooking like just like steaks and whatever, so that way I get like a good meal. And I also used to have a problem where I would eat not a problem, but I ate like a lot of sugar, a lot, like just like candy all the time. And I definitely stopped eating as much. Like I still eat sugar every now and then,
Yeah.
but I've noticed that like I don't eat as much and then I already, like, feel better because I don't need all of that sugar in my life.
That's yeah, that's super interesting, and that's such
Mhm.
a good point to make, like, you don't have to, like, go to these crazy extremes,
Mhm.
like, some people can find, like, a happy medium, but did you, like, notice, like, an improvement in, like, your energy and mood, or, like, what was it with, like, not having, like, so much sugar? Like
I honestly yeah, I think it would, like, feel I would get a lot of cramps during practice, and
Mm,
then it would also be, like, hydration, and I really think it was the like, I would eat, like, a candy bar after, and, like, the sugar would not sit well, and then at lunch, I was like, "I need to do something about this." So I would just, eat my meal, and then I wouldn't pack, like, a snack, like a dessert or anything that, like, had sugar in it, and I just felt so much better. Like, I was running was just a lot easier, and I didn't get cramps, and it was just a lot better.
I love hearing that, and I think, like, so many girls can relate to, like, the cramps, whether it's, like,
Mhm.
muscular cramps or even, like, cramps during the menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, like, really, like, paying attention to, like, that sugar intake can, like,
Mhm.
really either make everything worse or everything way better.
Mhm.
So that's really great to share, and, yeah, it sounds like you're eating a lot of protein. Like,
Yeah.
I love that, and, I know your mom has been, like, super proud of you, like, she shot me a message and was like, "I have never seen Anya, like, just really be all about her nutrition," and, like but it, like, sounds like your whole family's on board with it, like,
Yes, for
you're
sure.
you're, like, talking to your parents about it and what you're
Mhm.
learning, but then also your parents are like, "Okay, like, let's cook," and, like, I'm a huge fan of, like, family dinners and cooking your
Mhm.
stuff, like,
Yes,
so
and we
that's
are also
awesome.
yes, and we're just 3 people too, so it's very easy to do that, and my dad is also gluten-free and celiac, which is, like, a disease where he can't eat any wheat or anything breaded, so we have been used to her making just home-cooked meals ever since I was little because of his disease he has, so it really, like it's so now it's, like, great for all of us because we're all eating, like, good and healthy stuff, so it all works out.
Oh, that's so
Mhm.
great. And I don't know, I just feel like it's just, like, showing through, like, your energy right now. You're just, like, glowing and vibrant and happy, and it's like, if food can, like, make you feel that way, then, like, sign me up, like, for the for the right food. So, I love that. Now, is there anything else, that the trainings helped with? I know you said, your muscle recovery is a lot better.
Mhm.
Do you wanna get into that a little bit more?
Yes. So I last year was a little harder for me because I go to a small school, so I was able to play high school soccer already in 8th grade, which meant the travel season didn't stop. So I was having kind of 2 practices a day sometimes, and my I would just be so sore, and I would wake up all just sore and everything. And then I remember just last year in the summertime, I just wasn't as necessarily, like, focused with, like, my conditioning and stuff, and then now with the training, I there's some days where we do, like, roll out and stuff, and, like, muscle recovery, and I've noticed it's so helpful because now I wake up and my whole body doesn't hurt anymore. Like, I wake up and I feel like
Yay.
reborn, like, it's so
Oh, that must be such a good feeling because I think a lot of soccer players just think, like, being sore is normal and, like, you should
Mhm.
just always feel that way, and it's like,
Yeah.
"No, it's not normal."
No.
So, that's great, that's a huge win, and, as far as, like, your performance, like, what
Mhm.
about things like, speed or stepping on the field with more confidence or playing aggressive? Was there anything else that really stood out to you?
Mhm. I noticed my endurance would be a lot better for
Mm.
sure, and I believe that goes with eating and just hydrating more. Like, you definitely showed me to hydrate, like, better ways to hydrate, like, before, after electrolytes and whatnot. So I noticed, like, I was able to run a lot faster and stuff, and especially in the summertime, it gets very hard because it's very sunny. So I was able to just run faster on the field. And then also I noted my dad said this the other day when we were training outside, my shots have a lot more power now as well. So I think
Awesome.
that goes with, like, leg strength too, and, like, I don't know, I feel like they just have a lot more power behind them, which is really nice. So that's good.
Oh, that's so awesome. And yeah, I can definitely like see you getting much stronger,
Mhm.
especially through like all the videos you're uploading and just like being able to do like certain movements, like upper body
Mhm.
strength movements that we do, lower body strength. And yeah, that absolutely translates to shooting power. So I love that you got that. Now, I know you're really busy. So how do you stay focused with everything? Like staying on track with like the training program, then like
Mhm.
soccer practices, then school, then getting the right nutrition because I know so many girls struggle with that. They're like, how do I do it all? Like,
Yeah.
but you need to as an athlete. So
Yeah.
how do you do it?
So, I still struggle with this, and I think there's never gonna be, like, a problem solver, but I think, like, the best way for me, and I think for other people, is just to have a planner, and it may sound like everyone tells you to have a planner, but it literally like changed my life. Like I write like at school, I bring it and then when I come home, I write like I know when my practices are and for high school during the high school season when my game days are. And then I'm able to block out and then my workouts after school. So I'm able to block out the days when I study for tests, when I have a quiz, whatever, and then I manage that time. So maybe I have a test tomorrow, so I won't work out today, but I'll work out tomorrow because I won't have a test the next day. So
Mm.
if you just have it all planned out, it's a lot easier, not as stressful because it really can get stressful, especially like during high school season. It's so busy. But yeah, I think I got it figured out. The planner.
I agree. I mean, if you like lay it out and write
Mhm.
it down, it like makes all the difference. And I know everyone's like, "Oh, have a planner, like whatever," but it's
Yeah,
so true.
it
It's so helpful.
is.
And you're right, like, not everyone's going to be perfect and
Mhm.
be able to, like, get everything done, but if you can get just even 1% more organized each day or just eat a little bit better each day or hydrate a
Mhm.
little bit more, like, that's a big win. You don't have to do it all in 1 week. It takes
Mhm.
time to kinda get things together. So, yeah, I think that's really important to touch on. Now, what advice would you have for soccer girls who are kind of on the fence with getting in the gym because they think, oh, well, that doesn't help me with soccer. I just need to do soccer skills training, or lifting weights is going to make me like bulkier and slow me down. Like,
Mhm.
what would you say to them?
I would tell them just to try it. Because I would from personal experience, I think initially, I never really worked out until I joined, your training program, and I wasn't really fond of it. I mean, I took a strength and conditioning class, but it wasn't, like, my favorite thing in the world. But even in that 6-week period of my strength and conditioning class, I noticed a difference.
Mm,
So I would tell girls, like, just try it, look at other people, and I'm sure and a lot of girls, like, the higher the level you play, you're gonna notice all of these girls work out, most of them.
yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
you ask them, they do. It's like, "Oh, how are you so good?" "Well, I work out." So it's like, I don't know, just try it and, start easy, start with what you can do, and then I think you can build up and yeah, and it shows results. Like, it's you're not doing it for nothing. Like, it's there's a purpose behind it. So, yeah, I think it'd be good.
I love that, and it does take a lot of time, and, like, those results do come. I mean, you've been at this for several months now. In the first week, you're just getting used to everything. Like, how
Mhm.
did you feel in the first week? Were you just like, "Oh, this is weird, like, what are these movements?" Like
Honestly, yeah.
yeah, like, "How does this
Yeah,
help?" Like
honestly, yeah. I was like, "Oh, what am I doing?"
Yeah.
But, again, I just kept seeing I wanted this summer was almost like another, like, push for me because I really, really wanted to get better. Like, I or even or last summer and, like, months, like, I really just wanted to get better, and then if this is another thing that could help me, I'm gonna do it. So I think at first I was kinda like, "This is kind of weird," but then as the weeks go on, I was like, "Okay, I like this, I like this." And yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. They have to like warm
Mhm.
up to it. And it is also important to understand what we're doing. And we do talk about it on the calls where it's like, okay, well, why are we doing a deadlift? Like, why are
Yeah.
we doing this? Why are we doing this lunge? We don't do that on the soccer field. So just having that education with like all the muscle groups that are firing and how
Mhm.
that translates, like I'm sure helped you as well, like just that full understanding.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it is like those, like I don't wanna say, like, mundane things because I love weightlifting and you love it
Mhm.
now too, but, like,
Yes.
in the beginning, like, it can be a little bit mundane, but I was just having this conversation with another coach that, like, the true grind that people talk about all the time is not like doing the flashy things that you might see on the internet. The
Mhm.
true grind is doing like some of the most basic gym movements and like really owning those and getting stronger at those. And you really have done that for the past several months and have just like really been consistent. And I just want to say I'm really proud of you and
Yeah.
you're yeah, you're welcome. I mean, it's just been so awesome to see and I see this a lot. Like I do see girls a little bit lukewarm about it, but then they see the results like you did and they're just like, "Wow, like weightlifting is powerful stuff."
Yeah.
So that's such great advice. And I'm going to include your Instagram in the caption
Thank you.
below. So, everyone, please give Anya a follow. And if you have any questions about what she's doing and how she's making it work, anything to follow up with, just feel free to talk to her or leave a comment below. But, Anya, thanks again for
Thank
joining
you
me
for
today.
having
Yeah,
me.
you're welcome. I love doing these. I like finally decided to have my athletes on my podcast after 4 years. Like why didn't I think of this earlier? Like so here we are. You're actually the second athlete story to come on, so super exciting. And yeah, I will see everyone on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.